Greetings, everyone. So, we've gone through the protests. We've all given our opinion on whether we agree or disagree with what's going on in the streets. Some of us are still unaware of the difference between a protest and a riot and cannot differentiate or understand in their mind that rioters will ruin a protest. But that said, we've all said it. So let's get past that. And if somebody were to come to you and ask, what would you contribute as a solution? Without the finger pointing, without reverting back to what you've already said, moving forward in a progressive vision, what would you say would be your your contribution towards solution? What would you suggest that happens moving forward? And we can divide this in many ways. What would you suggest when it comes to legislations towards law? When it comes to dealing with officers who act in a rogue fashion? What would you say when it comes to the settlements that it would that families should receive towards people who would go out and damage property? what what are your solutions moving forward? Because all I'm hearing is the same rhetoric that it was wrong, it was right, it was okay, you guys don't understand, or whatever. We've all heard it. um, I I have to say that if we looked at this at another country doing this, we as a society would shame them. And we've done this. Look at how that country treats their citizens. Look at their government. They're terrible. They're monsters. And in a lot of ways, historically, and even up to these very events, we're just as guilty for treatment of citizens. And if the outcry globally was great enough and there was gain in natural resources for us, we might actually occupy them with a military presence and bring in democracy in order to free their people and of their resources for profit. Um, so what are we going to do? We sat by and allowed a lot of these things to continue to pass us by in the way of opportunities to have teachable moments, real talk, shared experiences, and we're still doing it. It's been a week now, about a week. So, what are we doing? Let's not wait for judicial outcomes. Let's not wait for politicians, athletes, and entertainers to give us our cues. We are living amongst each other. We are our own group of peers. We are here in the street. We are here experiencing the curfews. We are here seeing the smoke over cities. We are here smelling the tear gas. All of those things are what you and I are doing. Common people, if you will. So what are we going to do? Let's take them out of the equation, because in a lot of ways, some of this is just, it's motivated to keep us divided. And there's so many other instances that we've seen of uprisings in the Latino community. We saw Standing Rock. You go back to Stonewall for the gay community. There are so many women's rights. There's so many other stands that have been taken. Did it result in burning buildings? No, not all. But there's been a lot of outrage and a lot of people standing up. Other countries band together. And why? Because of an injustice in what's going on in their systems. So this isn't uncommon throughout the world. It's not foreign to us. And in a lot of ways, I know a lot of people don't like to hear the Boston Tea Party analogy, but it at least has some merit. It may not be a direct sort of, well, it's the exact same thing, and people will say, well, this and that about the Boston Tea Party, it wasn't burning and destruction. Yes, it was. It was destruction of somebody's property to make a political point. So there's more to it than that, obviously. But guys, what would you do? That's the question of the day now. So what would you do if you were given the opportunity to speak and contribute a solution-minded sort of strategy? That's where we're at. The other stuff has been done, it's been said. Where are we going from here? Food for thought. Please start having those conversations. Please start giving cause for other people to have these sort of thoughts. Now we're in the healing process. Let's get back to the healing process. I know it's still painful, and there are a lot of unanswered questions still, but we can still start thinking progressively. Peace, love, unity, solidarity.